Hello and welcome back to episode 5 of the Namibia Untamed series. In this episode, we eventually reach Puros community camp. We make our way south through the Palomar Conservancy and find the Hoanib, the Huab and the AbuHuab rivers. Things always look better in the morning, and this was no exception. It was simple. We needed to decide to either push on through the riverbed and risk getting stuck again, or track back and take the longer detour. Not an easy choice. We chose to go back, albeit not the exact same way. We drove and walked sections of the riverbed until we finally made our way back to the original track and left the valley behind. The journey along the narrow rocky track to Puros is a visual feast. The rocks and rock faces are tones of ochre. The landscapes are largely open, with the occasional spectre of a tree, white bark and thin wispy leaves. The ground littered with what looks like perfectly arranged rocks, crystals and other treasures. Slowly, we thread our way alongside the thin strip of green that makes up the Hoarusib riverbed, and the tonal values change. Reds replaced by whites, the landscape undulates regularly over hillocks and dunes, offering a perfect view of the river and an opportunity to spot the elusive desert elephant. The name Puros originates from the Otjiherero word omburo, meaning underground water. This area is filled with artesian springs and one of the main attractions for the elephants as they dig deeply into the riverbed in search of fresh water. This area is also frequented by giraffe, oryx, ostrich, baboon, and very occasionally a lion or two.
Oh, it's so good to scratch.
You see the little young one?
The middle one.
This is Puros. And they got some bad weather coming up ahead. There's rain on the horizon. And there's a dust storm coming through the town. It's a grim place. It's coming right at us now. We're at the Puros community campsite, and it's basically in a riverbed. And when I walk around and I show you, it doesn't look like much of a campsite at all. It just looks like wild camping. But I'm going to give you a little walkthrough. There's no evidence of a campsite when you look around, other than other campers. But they've been very clever and created sheltered areas, and you realize we spent 2 days here. They've got dust storms, torrential downpour, and you need a little bit of shelter. So I'm going to walk you through how they've done it here to protect yourself from the elements, the sun in particular. So let's go. So obviously there's the rig. We parked it here, and you go into this beautiful bush. Here's your little kitchen with water, beautiful rainwater, sweet water, a warning sign not to leave food for elephants. And okay, take a 100. Here's an amazing tree. And the branches have been all supporting each other, sort of buttressing each other to create this incredible arch. It looks pretty creepy when you're underneath it. In the heat of the day, we tied some hammocks up here, and we were chilling down here. So the bathroom, you go leave this bush, you leave the safety of your bush, and here in the next bush, there's a little entrance. And this is where your bathroom is. Another amazing gnarled tree. To get to Puros, we have to cross the Hoarusib river, which was in flood not so long ago. Let's find a route across. We're just following other tracks. Most of the tracks have been washed away. Today we're making our way to Ampsport. Let's see how far we get. We might have to turn back. Making our way down to the Hoanib at Ampsport. The landscapes here are just mind-blowing. Isolation is another factor. Feels like you're driving on Mars. Keep saying that. It really does feel like that. Nobody here. We have now just entered the Hoanib River. It's a big conservancy. And here's a nice picnic spot. Looking for a nice big shady tree. Let's see if we can get cozy here.
This is a definite sign.
Our plan was to reach the Hoanib River and then make our way through the Palomar Concession. The Hoanib River is one of the 12 ephemeral seasonal rivers in the west of Namibia and acts as a border between northern Damaraland and Kaokoland. Measuring 270 kilometers in length and considering its very low population density, it is considered a veritable oasis to the wildlife inhabiting this region. The recently dry riverbed was teeming with large groups of wildlife, all finding respite from the intense daytime heat reaching up to 42 degrees Celsius. There's the mommy, keeping an eye over things.
Oh, that's still bambino.
Exciting moment. We just spotted an elephant in the river. Diane's going to get some film footage. Palomar Concession is a 550,000 hectare protected area. The landscape is vast and often very surreal in its appearance, created 125 million years ago by massive magma eruptions. The large basalt fields of the Etandeka Plateau are home to large poisonous euphorbias and rare aloes and the elusive and rare hooked-lipped rhinos, the black rhino. Very rocky. Just before the sun sets, we found our little piece of paradise. Watch the landscape transform into a photographer's nirvana before quickly setting up camp and making a fire.
Just answer me, what happened?
It rained last night.
Yeah?
And all the water pooled here in the top. So I'm bailing it out and then I'm closing up the tent.
What were you bailing it out with?
Peaceful Sleep comes with this amazing
Customized
lid If you need to bail, mini bail pools of water, the lid of the peaceful sleep.
And there it lies, folks. So we're packing up now and then we're heading off for Palomar Lodge.
What's striking here is the game is extremely skittish. We've seen this behavior on hunting farms. So it makes me curious about all the game. Even the ostrich started running. Everything runs as fast and far as it can. Oryx, zebra, any game that we've seen has been on the run. Palomar Lodge and its campsites are nestled between tall Makalani palms and mopani trees, providing the perfect spot for a good night's rest, a chilled frosty, a hearty meal, and a good dose of the internet. Veterinary fences are a common sight in Namibia and were established in the 60s to control the spread of foot and mouth disease. These steps have been put into place to protect Namibia's livestock and the country's large meat industry. My passport number and my name. These beautiful cattle. All the ears are tagged. What is he going to give you?
Horns.
He's going to give her horns.
Talking bullshit now.
Just wanted to show you what one of the better gravel roads looks like in Namibia. Let's go see.
The thriving metropolis.
Yeah. Let's see what we can get. Some supplies. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. She's the boss. Ah.
I'm just a customer.
You're a customer as well? Okay, cool.
What is that?
This one. It's a camera.
We are in the camera now.
Oh, no, you're there. I'm here.
Me, I'm in the camera.
No, you're not. You're there.
And I see myself there.
Yeah, you see, but you're not in the camera. You're standing there.
With the fishes. Just some
then you and me can be in the camera, you see?
knickknacks.
I'm the one sitting there.
Just come in.
No, I'm here and you're there.
You are in.
I'm not in there, I'm here.
You are there. Who is this one?
Are they nice ones?
That's an image of me. No, it's an image of me. It's not me. I'm here. You're there. Like your shades.
What? Now you also like mine. Thank you, sir.
You're like you're on holiday or something.
Yes?
Yeah, it's like shades when you go on holiday and then you wear those shades.
Yeah, tropical holiday. Jeez.
I've never seen it.
Well, we don't even have a pretty in South Africa.
Please, man, don't disturb me among my special customers.
Exactly.
Bring my
Don't disturb me among my special customers, please.
Bring my cigarette. I want to go.
50 plus 30.
We are driving through Damaraland and this is called Fontaina. This is a village. And it looks pretty broken down and forlorn, weather beaten. Actually growing some veggies, something. People. Hello! Hey! I just got out to film us in this majestic landscape. And the landscape is just, I'll show you outside the side of the window here. It's incredible. Colors, all toasty red, these grey little white grey bushes dotted around the landscape. Incredible. coffee?
It's the first time I've been asked that, but
Where are you going without me?
it took too long to respond. So hasta la vista, baby.
Okay, so we're trying to find our way through this very stark desert-like landscape to the thin green vein of the Huab river valley. But wow, what a different landscape. Let me show you. Okay, so we found the thin green vein. We're now officially in elephant and lion country. Lunch spot in the Huab River.
If you like this video, click the like and subscribe button. It's a free way to support us.
The AbuHuab River runs into the Huab River, and we're making our way for our camp tonight. We've seen some elephant spoor, but we haven't seen any elephant. Maybe they will reveal themselves tonight. It's been very, very hot, so they've probably been seeking shelter in the day, the heat of the day. And yeah, the sand is now soft and dry in the AbuHuab River. These trees are just something else. Proper trees. I'm quenching the day with a G&T.
Cheers.
Cheers. And if you want to support us on Patreon, oh come on guys, be a darling. Buy us a packet of chips or some biltong.